Welcome to the Emirate Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. The Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers. Game 2. Boston leads the series 1-0. Guys, welcome in everyone. Game 2 of this best of 7. And I'll be joined along with other co-commentators at the moment. But right now it is just me, Jeremy Swayman, a 5-2 record, a 1.42 goals against average, and a .955 save percentage. 38 saves in Game 1, a playoff career high, which is probably one of the best we have seen in a while. He has a streak that has not happened since 2007. Unbelievable. Getting ready here for Game 2. Florida looking for the response and to tie the series. Off the face-off, it is one as a third line out there for Boston. It's sent in as a top line for the Panthers on the ice to start off game number 2. Boston leads the series 1-0. Kulikov, shot from the blue line, a save by Swayman, and pushing and shoving right after the whistle, 17 seconds in. So far, it is a little bit tense here in Sunrise. And we're going to get some penalties right off the bat, too. Looking like we're going to get a power play for, I believe Boston. Or it's going to be 4-on-4. Yep, it will be 4-on-4. No, wait, I think they're they're going to call a power play. I believe so. Yep, for Boston, or for Florida, my apologies, Florida. So right off the bat, the Panthers looking like they're going to get their first power play of the night. As Tkachuk was getting held there by Brazeau, he had his first playoff goal in the last game against these Panthers in Game 1 to make it a 4-1 lead. Lohrei as well got his first to tie the game, or took the lead actually. So 17 seconds in, the Florida Panthers with a power play. Verhaeghe, Barkov, Tkachuk, Reinhart, and Montour on the ice. A big moment in this series. Montour to Reinhart. They're 0 for 3 in Game 1. They're 0 for 14 on the power play against Boston this season. Tkachuk in the right circle will give it to Barkov, who will send it back for Montour. Back to Barkov at the blue line. Tkachuk out in front. Verhaeghe robbed by Swayman. Again with the highway robbery. One goal allowed on the penalty kill by the Bruins, a 95.8 percentage in the playoffs. Barkov, Verhaeghe returned it back to Barkov out in front, deflected and out of play. With 19:08 left to go, the faceoff will come to the right of Jeremy Swayman. And somehow Florida, again, cannot score. Got robbed. Tkachuk, a great pass, and somehow Verhaeghe couldn't put that one home. A great pad stop by Jeremy Swayman. And 52 seconds in, the Panthers have some life here. Trying to tie this series up at 1. They scored the first goal back in Game 1, but then allowed 5 unanswered. Verhaeghe, across, it was deflected, so it went out of play. Still of the right of Swayman. 58 seconds into the hockey game. A power play right off the bat for the Panthers. They've gotten some chances, but they haven't been able to put one home. Reinhart, only one power play goal in the playoffs, 27 in the regular season, led the NHL. And they're looking to change that here. That's still the top unit out there for the Panthers. Off the face-off, it was reset. They're going to kick out, I believe, Montour, and now it's going to be Verhaeghe in the face-off dot. Won by the Bruins. Fought for along the wall. Still fought for. Tkachuk behind the net. Tkachuk to Barkov. Barkov with a minute and 9 left to go in the power play. Verhaeghe across. Barkov holds up. Montour the blast and was blocked out in front. Verhaeghe trying to return it to Barkov. He holds it in. Verhaeghe. Now to Tkachuk trying to look down low. Barkov in front, down low, Reinhart. Kachuk couldn't get the return pass for Reinhart. Stolen away, but fanned on the clearance was Boston. Barkov off a skate of Reinhart. Verhaeghe shoots, it was blocked on the way through. Bouncing puckets out of the zone with 35 seconds to go on the power play. And some great looks, but most of them were blocked. A great penalty kill here by the Bruins. Verhaeghe moves it in, poked off his stick. Marchand gets tripped up. Will that be a delayed call? They are going to call it, and they're just going to whistle it. No, they're not going to whistle it down yet. Delayed call, and now they will. 17:57 to go. There goes the remaining power play time for the Panthers. A delayed call and a 4-on-4 situation, then a Boston power play. So we get 4-on-4 for 14 seconds. Then we'll get a minute and 46 of Boston power play time. Tripping on Anton Lundell. Has 4 points in the playoffs, but he's going to get a tripping here. So 2 minutes and 3 seconds in, we have 2 penalties called in the first 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the game. We're not even approaching the 3-minute point, and Forbert is going down the tunnel for the Boston Bruins. Looks like he's in a little bit of discomfort. Hopefully he's trying to shake it off, come back into the game. Jim Montgomery letting their guys know as they're down a man right now at the moment. 14 seconds to go in a 4-on-4 that was originally a Florida power play, but Anton Lundell called for tripping, and 4-on-4 for 14 seconds. Off the faceoff, won by the Bruins. Marchand at the point. Marchand dances through. Marchand near the right circle. He gets the puck back. The shot was blocked out in front. And looking for a clearance is Luostarinen, and he'll just take it all the way to center. Dumped into Lori, and a power play here for the Bruins. Marchand looking to reset it. Getting pressured there by Stenlund. Trying to return it back for Forsling. Coyle bouncing puck. Pasternak. They were 0 for 2 on the power play in the last game. No one has scored a power play goal. Marchand to McAvoy. The shot deflected. Rebound. And Marchand missed a wide open net. A 6x4 and he came up none. DeBrusque, and it's cleared. Unbelievable. Brad Marchand, the captain of the Boston Bruins, and somehow he missed a wide open net, poked away. But Jeremy Swayman out to play. It would have been a shorthanded breakaway for Luostarinen if that puck was a little bit closer to him. 45 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Panthers. Well, is it going to get cleared? Luostarinen says yes. He will clear it to center ice. Now Kachuk takes it away shorthanded. Kachuk trying to make a move. He gets hit and taken down and no call. And Kachuk wants some revenge on Geekie. Geekie moves it through center. Geekie onside. Geekie to the net. Sends it deep into the corner. Zacha to the slot. Lori shoots, deflected just wide. I believe Brazo with the tip that just went wide of the net. Cleared out of the zone. 12 seconds to go. Barkov shorthanded. Barkov the move. And he couldn't get it cleanly on his stick as it was poked away just in time. Power play is over. 5-on-5 we return. Forsling will return it. Starting the breakout. Couldn't connect that pass, and it's going to be an icing with 15:45 left to go. Let's look at this hit by Kachuk, who got hit, actually. Let's see who hit him. Marchand. Oh, holy moly. Marchand leveling Kachuk. So we're less than 5 in, and we still have no goals. We've had 2 power plays. Shot off the face-off and a save by Lindholm. Save again, Bobrovsky on Brendan Carlo. He got a goal in the last game. He is a father, too. That was his first goal as a father, as his wife gave birth in the early morning of game 1. Jeremy Swayman had 51 starts in the regular and postseason. That will probably climb too if the Boston Bruins advance farther. It is crazy how much his starts have fluctuated and increased in the process. In the corner, down deep. Lawrence can't clear the puck. Kept in by the Bruins, but stolen away by Lawrence. And it's Cousins who sends it in deep into the Boston zone. That's going to be an icing with 15:21 left to go. Swayman has allowed 2 goals or fewer allowed in all of his 7 starts, matching, I believe, a record or a streak back in 2007 with J.S. Giguère. Oh, yeah. John Sebastian Giguère. Turned over as off the faceoff. It was won by the Bruins, but struggled to get the puck back. Can they get it out? No, they cannot. It was held in by the Bruins. The shot deflected wide of the net. He was just trying to send it in deep. Cousins tries to move it up. Cousins through center. He backhands it into the zone. Bouncing puck past Swayman. Ekman Larson centered it. Bouncing puck, and it goes out of the zone. Mikkola resets it for the Panthers. Will that be a too many men? No, it wasn't. It went off a skate as Boston was getting a change. Sent back in by Mikkola. Then Witherspoon now to DeBrusk, who clears it out of the zone. Florida looking to move it up. Bouncing puck failed to handle on his stick there. Mikkola looking to clear it. He cannot. Shots are 3-2 favoring the Bruins so far in the early going. Both teams have had a power play. They're 0 for 1. Bouncing puck into the slot. Carlo holds up at the point. Marchand a shot through traffic. Rebounded, still loose. And it comes free and taken away by Kevin Stenlund. A close chance there by the Bruins. 6 minutes into the hockey game. Carlo sends it in from center ice. Rimmed around now in the Florida zone. Bouncing puck behind the net. Verhaeghe looking to clear it. It bounced off of bodies. It's held in. Shot by Lindholm and was blocked. Bouncing puck into the corner. Pasternak and Geekie trying to get the puck in the corner. It comes free for Verhaeghe, who looks to clear it, and he does. Starting the breakout now for the Panthers. Tkachuk trying to get to the puck. Bouncing puck held in by Forsling. The shot deflected just wide. And Pasternak takes it away. McAvoy moves it in. McAvoy the move, and he got intercepted there by a nice defensive play by Forsling. Verhaeghe tries to move it up. Verhaeghe sends it in deep into the corner. Shots are 4-2 favoring the Bruins. That is sent all the way down. Will that be icing? No. Bobrovsky out to play it. Ekman Larson now trying to move it up. Kulikov bouncing puck at center. Taken away. Maroon sends it in from the blue line. In deep into the Florida zone. Kulikov, a check laid there by Boquist. His return to the lineup, as Patrick Brown was in the last game. Maroon, that's the only lineup change for the Boston Bruins in this game. Bobrovsky out to play it. Mikkola looking to move it up. He moves through center. Mikkola dumps it in. Mikkola to the corner. Rimmed around as it's near the boards. Lundell trying to get it. Frederick intercepts it. Lohrei and taken away. Here come the Bruins. James Van Riemsdyk across Brazeau. Back to Van Riemsdyk in front. Oh my, great opportunity and a great save by Bobrovsky. Another big stop. Turnover off the skates of Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk. Carlo, the shot was blocked in the slot. They're trying to get it out. Florida looking a little scared here in the first 8 minutes. Sent in by Forsling. Swayman out to play it. Carlo in the corner. Gives it to his other defenseman there in the breakout for the Bruins. Marchand moves it up. Marchand will send it in deep. Bobrovsky trying to chip it away. Behind the net. DeBrusk lost it. Ekblad clears it. Boston looking like the better team. They have the more shots in this opening period. That should be a penalty, and they call it. And Marchand lays a heavy check on Ekblad. And with 11:26 to go, I believe Marchand is going to the box as a power play for the Panthers. Their second opportunity tonight. No, DeBrusk, my apologies. Jake DeBrusk with the penalty. 3 penalties called in the first opening 9 minutes of the first. He approaches the halfway point of the first. It's 0-0. DeBrusk called for a tripping on Lawrence. A second power play opportunity for the Florida Panthers, looking to take a 1-0 lead and looking to tie the series going to Boston for Game 3.
Well, welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
Back in Sunrise, Florida, a power play for the Panthers, their second of the opening period. They're looking to take a 1-0 lead. The crowd rallying here, looking for a goal. Paul Maurice, 1,848 games coached in the regular season. They're going to kick Barkov at the faceoff circle for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe loses the faceoff. Florida is 0 for 1. They only have one shot on the power play. Reinhart in the perimeter. Tkachuk. Back to Tkachuk. Montour the shot from the blue line, blocked out in front. They're trying to get the puck. It's cleared out of the zone by Boston. 20 seconds into the power play. 96% in the playoffs, the penalty kill for the Bruins. 1 goal allowed. Florida trying to break it to make it 2 goals allowed. Verhaeghe trying to send it cross ice, bouncing puck for Tkachuk. Tkachuk in the right circle. Tkachuk back to the point for Montour. Montour holds up. Back to Tkachuk. Back to Montour, the blast just wide. Rebound for Verhaeghe and off the air. It was a bouncing puck up in the air, and it was swatted away just in time. Zacha rims it around, short-handed. Pressured and taken away. It was Beecher who was pressuring in the corner. The return pass for Montour is out of his reach. A minute left to go in the power play. Montour, drop pass for Rodriguez. The second power play unit on there for the first time tonight. Tarasenko to Montour. Montour, Tkachuk, shot! And it was blocked, I believe, on the way through. Montour holds it in. At the blue line, Tkachuk. Tkachuk, it went off a skate, I believe. Trent Frederick. Tkachuk, a bad pass, and it's cleared. We're more than halfway through the first. Reminding me vibes of Game 1 where we were scoreless for a while. Turnover. Tarasenko, the save by Swayman. 10 seconds to go on the Florida power play. They're looking to get one more rush. Ekman Larsson trying to move it up. Larsson from center. And the power play is 0 for 2. Centering pass, bouncing puck. Coyle clears it out of the zone. Ekblad to retreat it. DeBrusk pressuring Ekblad. Not behind the net is Ekblad. Ekblad will give it to his nearest defenseman, which is Forsling, who will dump it in. Tipped on the way through, so no icing. Stenlund trying to pressure. Kept in. Ekblad in the corner. Fought for, came free. Cousins holds up at the blue line. The shot deflected just wide. Off of bodies. Stenlund to Forsling. Across. Ekblad, the shot deflected just wide off the backboards awkwardly. Cousins in the corner. We'll ran around. Witherspoon couldn't get the puck. Now he gets it on the second try. But poked away. Stenlund trying to get to the puck. Geeky pressuring Stenlund in the corner. Offensive zone time here for the Panthers. Cousins trying to rim it around, but it's cleared. And a chance for Pasternak to try to speed up. Ekblad will get it, and it's an icing on Boston with 8:27 to go. So a first period where we had 3 power plays, 2 to Florida, 1 for Boston. And we have had nothing. No goals in Game 2 of these Stanley Cup playoffs in this Round 2 series. It's the only series where we haven't had any power play goals, I believe. Now, it depends on Edmonton, Vancouver, which will start tonight. Montour across. That was a bouncing puck for Hagee in the corner. Shots are even at 4. Barkov behind the net. Barkov looking to center it. Barkov. Montour. Shot wide. He was trying to go blocker, and it's cleared. Montour will move it up for Verhaeghe on side. Barkov in the skates of Witherspoon. It's cleared out by DeBrusque. Will that go all the way down for an icing? No, it slowed it up. It was a bouncing puck, and it slowed up there. Montour pressured by Coyle. It is kept in. Great keep. Zacha across. Back to a backdoor feed for Coyle, and he scores. 1-0 Boston with 7:48 to go. And another lead. The first time for the Boston Bruins, scoring first in this best of 7. And what a play. They're trying to get the block. Coyle just backdoor. You could not stop that. It was a bad giveaway by the Panthers. Zacha to Marchand, who made a move, then back to Zacha, then to Coyle. And Coyle made a 1-0 lead. Our first period goal of the series. And Charlie Coyle, with his first goal of the playoffs, his 25th career playoff goal, and the Panthers down 1-0. In the first period, Ekman Larsson deflected into the zone, but it went out of play with 7:41 left to go. So Charlie Coyle with a goal. And he has the Boston Bruins up 1-0 in Game 2, where they have a 1-0 series lead. We'll be back with more.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Florida, a 1-0 lead for the Boston Bruins, and this is a situation where you do not want to be in for the Panthers. They scored first in the series, and they have given up 6 unanswered. Marchand missed an open net earlier in the period, and he made the play for Coyle, the backdoor feed, his first of the playoffs, as the Panthers have allowed 5 goals, 5-on-5 in this series. And we're only in game 2. And they only allowed 7 in 5 games against Tampa Bay in the first round. Ekman-Larsson sends it in from center. Rimmed around. Bouncing puck in the corner. Back to the point. Shot deflected on the way through, is blocked. Lawrence down low. Back to the point for Kulikov. Moving it around. Lawrence, Cousins trying to lay a hit there. Lawrence, a turnover. Ekman-Larsson at the blue line. He shoots, deflected, and it went just wide. Kulikov back at the point. Rims it around. Florida looking for an answer to tie this game up at 1. And it's cleared out of the zone. Maroon trying to hunt for the puck. Taken away. Great pass. Here comes Cousins. He shoots. It was blocked. Or Lawrence, my apologies. Lawrence. McAvoy. Looking to move it up. 1-0 Boston with 6:45 left to go in the first. McAvoy looking for a change, as they will get it. Deflected into the zone. Will that be an icing? Yes, it will. With 6:35 left to go, and Wotherspoon in a little bit of pain there. Something to look at there. Maybe Wotherspoon goes down the tunnel. He's on the bench still, but he is looking at a little bit of pain there off that shot block from Steven Lawrence. First, second round appearance with Jim Montgomery as their coach for the Boston Bruins, and they are looking good so far. They have scored 6 unanswered. And Jeremy Swayman has been great in the early going of this game. He's only faced 4 shots, but he looked like he has saved a bunch. Sent towards the goal net. Barkov holds up, kept in at the blue line. Barkov trying to get a pass out in front in the slot. It was taken away and cleared out of the zone by the Bruins. They're looking to move it in on man rush. Dumped in. That's going to be an offside, I believe, with 6:10 to go. Yes, it will. Game 1 of the Edmonton at Vancouver. That's the Edmonton series. That will start in Vancouver. Connor McDavid. Tomorrow, New York Rangers at Carolina, and then Colorado at Dallas, and then Friday, Florida at Boston. Game 3 of that series, Florida and Boston, after this game 2 here in Sunrise, Florida. And how big would it be if the Bruins to take a 2-0 series lead in still both of the games here in Florida. They have played great here in Sunrise, but the Florida Panthers still got a lot of time in this game to try to figure out a solution to this problem and let the blood stop dripping, because if you drip more, you're just going to let a lot of goals go in. That shot was blocked on the way through. Verhaeghe looking to move it up. Tkachuk. Points in every game this postseason for Matthew Tkachuk. Forbert trying to move it up. He's back on the ice. He went down the tunnel earlier in the game. Ekman-Larsson, the shot was blocked on the way through. It's been really good shot blocking by the Bruins. Ekman-Larsson, another drive, just went wide of the net. Kulikov let it go through, and it worked out. Tkachuk at the blue line. Across, the shot saved by Jeremy Swayman. A good chance. They're trying to jam it in, and a save. 5:10 to go. Jeremy Swayman goes away from the action out in front of the net in the crease. Lawrence, a good chance, but was fanned on. Then he got hit by McAvoy. Game 2 of the second round series. And the Boston Bruins lead it 1-0 in the series and in game 2. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Sunrise, Florida. A game one where Boston is looking really good so far, and Paul Maurice looking to do something here to try to get his squad to get going, as Boston has done an incredible job blocking shots so far in this game. The only goal coming so far was off of Charlie Coyle's stick, and that's how the Boston Bruins are up 1-0 here in game number 2 here in Sunrise, Florida at the Emerald Bank Arena, the Florida Panthers home. Kulikov out there for the Panthers. Kulikov, the shot was blocked on the way through. A backhand was blocked as well. Ekman Larsson resets it. Kulikov pressured. That shot went just wide. Rodriguez back to the point for Ekman Larsson, who holds up, kept in at the blue line. Rodriguez looking to get the tie game. A shot was blocked out in front, I believe. Might have gone a piece of Swayman. It did get a piece of Swayman, because now the shots are 6-5 favoring the Panthers. Luostarinen letting go for Ekman Larsson. Back to Luostarinen. Luostarinen near the boards, taken away by Frederick. And it's kept in again by Rodriguez. Bouncing puck. Can they clear it? And Frederick does. 4:30 to go. He dumps it into the Florida zone. Ekblad behind the net. Looking for a change for the Panthers. He'll get a new fresh sheet of guys. Forsling off the boards. To the corner behind the net. Cousins trying to pressure. Lohrei looking to clear it. He cannot. Zacha back to Lohrei behind the net. Carlo trying to move it up, and Carlo does. And there was a missed call there. I believe Pastrnak got his stick slashed out of his hands, and they don't call it. Surprising here, as this first period's been a power play central for both of these teams. Back to the point. Ekblad moving it around now. Let it go through, and it's back to the point. Forsling holds up, sends it across. Ekblad the blast, and a save by Jeremy Swayman with 3:34 to go. An 84-mile-per-hour blast. The shots are 7-5, favoring the Panthers. Just a screen out in front. Swayman saw that all the way. And Ekblad has been trying to get that to the net, and he did. And a great save by Swayman. He stopped all 7 so far here in the first period. Offensive face-off here for the Panthers. Ekblad is off the ice on the bench. Coyle and I believe Reinhart in the face-off dots. Off the face-off, won by Coyle, and Wotherspoon clears it out of the zone. Bouncing puck, it's sent deep by Marchand. DeBrusk trying to race for it. Mikkola looking to clear it. He does not. Wotherspoon held it in. Coyle to DeBrusk. DeBrusk circling. Behind the net, Marchand in the corner. DeBrusk pressured, but gave it to Coyle in the corner again. Coyle looking for an option here. Coyle spins. Coyle shot off the bar. A close chance for Charlie Coyle for a 2-goal night, and he just came up short as that one hit the post. And a close chance there for the Bruins to go up 2-0 here in game number 2. Ekman Larsson. Here comes Lundell. Lundell to Ekman Larsson. A bouncing puck out in front for Hagee trying to jam it in. It's still loose, and it's still loose behind the net. Bouncing puck came into the slot. It is held in. Kulikov, the shot just went wide of the net. Tkachuk in the corner, trying to center it out in front. Bouncing puck, and it's held in by Ekman Larsson. Verhaeghe holds up, shoots one, deflected just wide. Into the corner, Lundell. Lundell across in the slot. Verhaeghe shoots, it was blocked to the corner. Tkachuk behind the net. Maroon pressuring him. Maroon trying to win the puck battle. He does. Can he clear it? He cannot. Lundell behind the net for Tkachuk. Tkachuk back out in front. Kulikov at the blue line. Sends it across for Ekman Larsson. Shot was blocked. A big block there, and it's cleared. Boquist trying to send it in from center. It was a bouncing puck, and it's turned over to Tkachuk. Kachuk looking for reinforcements. Kachuk sends it in deep from the blue line. Lorei to the puck first. A nice check there by Florida. Behind the net. 12 block shots for Boston has moved up. Could be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Beecher across. Brazeau shoots, save, rebound, and Beecher couldn't put it home. A bouncing puck came to the slot. Bobrovsky was down, and they couldn't take advantage of it with 1:20 to go. Holy moly, guacamole, was that a good chance. 1:15 left to go in the first. Pressured was Lorei. Turnover, Rodriguez in the slot. And it comes to the point. It's held in. A minute. Poked away on the back check. Here come the Bruins. Brazeau got tripped up. No call. 53 seconds to go. Barkov trying to move it up on the rush. And it's cleared by Pasternak. 40 seconds to go. Weatherspoon will reverse it, but turned over. And it came to the slot area, and no one was there. Pasternak trying to send it in deep. Kulikov will move it up. Will that be an icing? No, it won't. Weatherspoon. 23 seconds to go in the first. Bruins trying to move it up. Pasternak flips it in. Coyle to the loose puck, the only goal scorer in the game so far. Pasternak rims it around with 10 seconds to go. Back near the boards, the shot deflected just wide. Bouncing puck into the corner. Reinhart will kill off the remaining seconds. And the Bruins are up 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. We'll be back with our second intermission report. 1-0 Boston leads after 20 minutes of play. And welcome to our first intermission report. And oh my window capture thing is not working. Excuse me one moment. Technical difficulties. Let's see if it works now. Acting weird. I apologize for a little bit delay. And there, now you can see. Oh my. All right. First intermission report. Apologize on not knowing how to work technology. A 1-0 Boston lead on Charlie Coyle's goal was such a nice tic-tac-toe play. I cannot speak. Shots were 7-6, favoring Florida in that first period. They're still scoreless, as now in this series, the Panthers are 0-5, and the Boston Bruins are 0-3. Heading into tonight, Florida was 0-3 on the power play, and Boston was 0-2 on the power play in Game 1. And now that has not worked out here, as the power play's percentage before tonight was 6 out of 19, 31.6% power play for the Boston Bruins here in the playoffs. 3 for 16, the Florida Panthers, and 18.8%. Not the best. And the goals for Boston, it was 5. So they do pretty good when they get their goals in the first period. And in the second period, they're really good as well. They're 9 goals for. And in the third, 8. Let's get to Florida. Florida didn't get a goal in that period. Goals against have been really high in the first for the Panthers, and also in the second and the third. They really got to keep it locked down here in this second period that's approaching. Matthew Tkachuk is still the only person that has scored for the Panthers here, as the penalty kills for both of these teams are perfect for tonight. But I mean, is it really the best stat so far? Because right now, no one has been able to find the scoring touch here in Florida. Only Charlie Coyle. It was a nice play. We had 3 penalties called in that period, too, on Boston. Charlie Coyle gets his first from Zacha and Marchand, the 5th assist for Pavel Zacha. And Brad Marchand, 7th, the captain of the Boston Bruins. They're up 1-0 here in Sunrise, Florida. And yeah, this is box score. And here's the stats. The hits favoring Florida, 29-20. Block shots favoring Boston. They blocked a lot of shots in that first, and Swayman's been perfect as well. He's stopped 7 of 7. Giveaways by Florida, 7-4. Takeaways, 2-1 favoring Boston. Boston has won the first game of the series. Can they take 2 on the road to begin the series going back to TD Garden? We'll see going into the second intermission report, or in the second period, my apologies. We'll take a short break and we'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
And we're back for the second period here in Florida. And the Boston Bruins are leading 1-0. They lead the series 1-0. They're looking to have a response. Florida is looking for having to respond because Tkachuk is still the only person in this series for the Florida Panthers to score a goal, which is absolutely ridiculous. As he looked like they just trampled the Tampa Bay Lightning, the 2020 and 2021 back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, those in the bubble, and then they made the final back in 2022 against the Avs, and the Avs won that series in 6. We're looking for Florida to have a response here, but if Boston keeps on going, shots were 7-6, favoring Florida in that period, but I mean, I think the momentum is favoring Boston with goals, as they've been able to get everything on the board tonight. As it's just been turnovers, giveaways by the Panthers that have led to the goals. Zacha, Marchand, then back to Zacha, then to Coyle, then the backdoor feed, the 1-0 lead, the first goal for Coyle in the playoffs. That's how the Bruins are up 1-0. The puck is dropped in game number 2's period number 2. Montour off the boards, sent it in deep into the corner. 3 goals within 6 seconds of Florida turnover this series for the Boston Bruins. Sent back to the point, Florida. Trying to return past it. Shots were even at 6. They just took a shot away from Florida, so they were actually 6-6. Block shots were 13-6. That never changed, as Boston has been able to block everything out in front, outscoring the Panthers 6-1 in the series. So far, as of the moment, Swayman's been perfect, and I don't know how you can solve him. Stretch pass couldn't connect for Zacha, but left it for Pastrnak. Pastrnak's in. Pastrnak trying to send it out in front, went off a skate. Tkachuk out of the reach. That will be an icing, I believe, with 19:07 to go. Paul Maurice, 58-61 in career playoff record, 17-10 with the Panthers, 5th most wins among active coaches in the league. Off the faceoff, won by the Panthers in their defensive zone. Cleared out the zone off a flip. Verhaeghe trying to get his own blue line. Kept in by the Panthers. Ekblad, the shot just wide. And it went out of play in the process. It hit the netting in the process and just went out of the play. With 1:07 passing in this first period, or second period. So Ekblad a good chance, but a great defensive play by McAvoy to deflect that. Oh, went off the glass weirdly, and then it went out of play. Oh my, there goes my highlighter. 1-0 Boston, they lead. And Beecher's going to get kicked out of the face-off circle, I believe. No, they're going to kick out Stenlund. So it's Rodriguez instead. Rodriguez off the face-off, won it. Shot was blocked on the way through. Rodriguez getting tangled up. Got hooked down, no penalty. Shot was blocked on the way through. Stenlund gets the loose puck. Broken up by Beecher and cleared out of the zone. Sent back in. Rimmed around. Forbert. And it is kept in at the blue line. Behind the net. Rodriguez sends it back to the point. Ekman Larson the shot. Deflected just wide. Montour couldn't get it. Cleared out of the zone. By Boston's going to be no icing. They wave it off. And Kulikov will start the breakout. Wow, I just messed up on the name really badly. Shot deflected. Scores! The Panthers respond. It's tied. Anton Lundell, I believe, was in front of the net. And the Panthers have tied it. There was Lawrence, my apologies. Lawrence gets the goal, and it's 1-0 Florida. Or 1-1. Oh, I just keep making mistakes. This is just the worst. So Florida up 1-0. It was deflected by Lawrence out in front of the net. Montour from the point. As Lusterinen, I can finally say his name, gave the pass back to the point. Lawrence up in the down low area, and the Panthers have tied it. So here come the Panthers back in again. Let's hope I don't mess up names and cost a goal call. Mikkola looking to clear it, and he does. Here come the Panthers. They've evened it up here. Bouncing puck was hooked down, I believe. Was number 8, Okposo, sent back in by Stenlund. Nice check in the corner in the offensive zone for the Panthers. Now the 6-2 advantage in goals for Boston in the series. Shots are 9-6, favoring the Panthers. That shot was blocked on the way through. Forsling got to recover it, and less than 3 minutes in, the Panthers have tied this game. Stretch pass couldn't connect. That's going to be an icing. They say that was an icing with 17:05 to go. Some will probably disagree about that one. And yep, 2 minutes and 55 seconds in. AHL update. The Texas Stars down 3-2 as they just scored one to get within one there in Milwaukee against the Milwaukee Admirals, I believe the Central Division champs over in the AHL. Lawrence, that's the rematch of the last year's second round where Milwaukee won that in 5. Carlo, the shot saved by Bobrovsky. Behind the net. Marchand. Coyle trying to get it. Barkov looking to clear it. Cannot. In the corner. Still stuck behind the net. Barkov looking to clear it. Cannot. Still loose. Still near the boards. Marchand had got it poked away but held in. Shot. Deflected just wide. Marchand deflected on the way through. Reinhart got taken down. No penalty. DeBrusque holds it in. Tarasenko trying to get it out. Nice hit there by Ekblad. Back to the point, Boston. Pressure going on here. That shot was blocked. Taken away by Reinhart. Reinhart through center will send it in on the boards, and it would bounce off the boards awkwardly. And taken away by DeBrusque. DeBrusque moves it in. DeBrusque rims it around. 9-7, the shots favoring the Panthers. Sent in from center. Rimmed around. Verhaeghe let it drop to Tkachuk, but he was pressured by Zacha, and that's cleared. Stolen away. Here come the Panthers. Could be a 2-on-1. Verhaeghe was getting back checked there. What a back check there by the Bruins. Pasternak looking to clear it, and he does. Bouncing puck. Geeky trying to send it to the front of the net. Just went wide on the shot. Lundell clears it over Tkachuk. Taken down. Montour. Lohrei. Pass it across. Back to Lohrei. And trying to go short side on that one on Bobrovsky. Trying to get his second straight in 2 playoff games. Turned over as Lohrei lost an edge. Tkachuk will reset it. Top line out there for the Panthers. Are going to get a change though. Shots are 9-8. Favoring the Panthers still. Zacha. Off a skate. As Boquist moves it in from center. Turned over. Forsling has it. Slash Boquist stick. And it's cleared to the boards where Rodriguez looking to clear it, and he does. Here comes Stenlund who moves it in. Stenlund shot saved by Swayman. A 76-mile-per-hour wrister. And it's a 14:39 left to go in the second period. It is a 1-1 tie here in Florida. Quinn Hughes and the Vancouver Canucks looking to take game 1 of the Edmonton Oilers series against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. We've just gotten news from that. Adam Henrique is not playing in game 1 in Vancouver. Don't know if he'll come back for game 2, but he is not playing tonight. Off the face-off, won by Acapulco. Shot save, still loose in front of the slot. It's cleared. Will that be an icing? Yes, it will. 14:31 to go. Another offensive face-off for the Panthers. Kulikov's out there for the Panthers. Big offensive face-off here. Lawrence is out there as well, who got the goal. Acapulco trying to take the face-off here. Off the face-off, one, and it is cleared out of the zone. Brazeau was sending it deep into the zone. Kulikov to the loose puck in his own zone, as almost 6 minutes have passed here in the second. Through center, Acapulco sends it across for Cousins, out of his reach. McAvoy pressuring. Lohrei moves it up. Here comes James Van Riemsdyk. Through center, Brazeau sends it in on goal, saved by Bobrovsky. Bounced to the glass. Frederick trying to get to the loose puck. Bouncing for it. Ekblad taken away. Here comes Acapulco. Pressured in the corner by Lohrei and Frederick, but Cousins out to help him. Trying to win the puck battle. Back to the point for the Panthers. It just bounced over Forsling's stick. Gustav Forsling through center. He'll send it in from the red line. No icing. It bounced. A shot. And it went just wide. A weird play there. Might have hit off a body, but it came to the point for a shot. Mikkola trying to move it up for Montour. Turned over to Boston. Brad Marchand to Carlo and a save. 13:13 to go in the second. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle off the save by Sergei Bobrovsky. A 1-1 tie as Coyle got the first goal on a nice feed from Marchand and Zacha. But the response by Steven Lawrence has tied this game up at 1. We'll be back with more.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
Tied at 1 here in Sunrise, Florida with 13:13 left to go in the second period. Florida looking to tie the series up at 1 going to Boston. Or will the Boston Bruins take a 2-0 series lead going back to the Garden? We will see as we're going to get ready for this offensive face-off for the Boston Bruins. Off the face-off, 1. And Stenlund looking to clear it. He does. He'll send it in deep for Hagee. Kachuk pressured. Cleared out of the zone. Will that be an icing? Race for the puck. Pasternak. And it is an icing with 12:59 left to go. Pasternak arguing about it. Doesn't like the call. And with 12:59 to go, an offensive face-off for the Panthers. 7 minutes and 34 seconds of offensive zone time for the Panthers. Almost 5 minutes for the Bruins. But it's tied up at 1. approaching the halfway point of the period. This is how it was in the second. In game one, Florida scored first, though. Off the faceoff, one. McAvoy turned it over. He thought he had someone behind the net. Verhaeghe. Shot, deflected. It's still loose in front of the net. I don't think that went through anyone. Might have hit just bodies. I don't think that went on goal on Swayman. Lohrei trying to move it up. Lohrei was getting back checked there. Taken away. Lohrei sent it across. Pastrnak gets knocked down from the blue line. Off the boards for Ekblad behind the net. Tkachuk couldn't get the pass cleanly. Offside with 12:27 to go. Second period, and Ekblad and Marchand getting some discussion. Tkachuk, I believe, is going to the bench for a change. So it's a 1-1 tie. Marchand going to the bench as the second line for the Bruins is going back onto the bench. Third line out there for the Bruins. Off the face-off, one by the Panthers. They've been really good on the face-offs here in this second period. Rodriguez of a burst of speed. Rodriguez back to the point. Moves it around. Rodriguez. Shot. All the way around for Montour. Back to the point. Luostarinen rims it around, and it got through everyone in red, and Wotherspoon clears it. 11-10, the shots favoring the Panthers. Montour trying to move it up, turned it over at center. Brazeau will send it in. Mikkola trying to clear it. Van Riemsdyk pressuring him. And it comes free to the Bruins. Frederick, who rims it around behind the net. Brazeau pressuring on Montour, I believe. Rimmed around, or Stenlund, my apologies. Montour looking to clear it. He cannot. Wotherspoon held it in. Brazeau behind the net. 11:29 left to go in the second. Brazeau turned it over to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez will move it up. Lindholm, a stretch pass that couldn't connect. Icing. 11:15 left to go. Boston has been really good in the shot blocks so far in this game. It's a 1-1 tie due to that, probably, because Florida has thrown a lot of shots on the net, or shot attempts, but haven't been able to get them through. There's a lot of shot blocks. Now, like that chance on Verhaeghe, and the block there from McAvoy, that could have been a really dangerous chance if that had gone in on goal. 13 shot blocks. They average 15.8 block shots per game in the regular season. This is not the regular season. 34-23, the shot attempts favoring the Panthers. They have attempted a lot, and not even half of those are on the official shots on goal. Carlo, my apologies. Boquist clears it out of the zone. Here comes Maroon. Maroon, high stick Ekman Larson, no call. Beecher couldn't get settled down the puck on the pass. Here come the Panthers. Kulikov holds up and sends it in from the blue line. Behind the net. Okposo. Pressured. He gets it, though. He settles. A shot just wide of the net. Maroon will reverse it for Forbert, but it got through him. But now McAvoy fanned on the pass. Turned over. Okposo. Barkov out in front. The shot was blocked. Rimmed around now for Ekblad. Ekblad holds up. Across for Barkov. Forsling the shot. A save by Swayman. Reinhart was knocked down in front of the net. Reinhart has a chance. Save, rebound, and they score! Barkov. 2-1 Panthers. And the Panthers have their first lead of game two with 10:11 to go. Offensive pressure for the Panthers. Reinhart, the initial shot. And Barkov on the rebound has made it a 2-1 game. The Panthers loving it. Halfway through the second, and the Panthers have the lead for the first time tonight. Emirates Bank Arena loving it. Third goal of the playoffs for Barkov. Marchand sends it back to the point. Carlo, the shot was blocking on the way through. Bouncing puck up in the air. Taken away, and it's cleared. Sent in. Rimmed around. Mikkola to the loose puck. Tarasenko was getting robbed by the puck there. Coyle. Lindholm at the point. Across. Carlo. Down low for Marchand. He found on the shot. Marchand. Now McAvoy. Now back to Carlo near the boards. The half boards. Marchand. McAvoy. And now Coyle behind the net. Coyle getting pressured, but Lindholm has it at the point. Lindholm across. Carlo to Lindholm. Lost an edge. A shot was blocked. Reinhart can't clear it. There is a whistle here. Will it be a penalty? Yes, it will. I believe it's on the Panthers with 9:16 to go. And Mikkola is stunned. And Swayman is laughing. I cannot believe it. Penalty. 2 minutes for holding on number 77 Mikkola, and a power play. The second power play chance for the Boston Bruins. They're looking to tie the game. But right now, Alexander Barkov with the lead for the Panthers at the moment. 2-1, they lead. We'll be back with a power play for the Bruins.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We are back in Sunrise, Florida. Mikkola called for a holding in the second power play opportunity. Will the Panthers kill it off? Make it 2 for 2 on the penalty kill? Or the Boston Bruins try to tie this game up at 2? 9:16 to go in the second. Pasternak, Lohrei, Marchand, DeBrusk, and Coyle out there to start this power play. Coyle off the faceoff, won it. Pasternak to Lohrei at the point. Back to Pasternak in the left circle. Behind the net, DeBrusk didn't get the pass initially. Then he got it back. DeBrusk getting pressured there by Gustav Forsling. DeBrusk fishes it free to the point. Lohrei across for Pasternak, and the slot shot blocked. A big block there out in front by Ekblad, and cleared out of the zone by Luostarinen. A big block there. 0 power play goals in the playoffs for David Pasternak. Lohrei, the drop pass for DeBrusk, who moves it up for Coyle. Back to DeBrusk, got through him to Marchand. Marchand back to the point for Lohrei. Lohrei back to Marchand. Marchand holds up. Marchand to Lohrei again. At the blue line, back to Marchand. DeBrusk down low for Pasternak in front. Marchand to Coyle. Robbed by Sergei Bobrovsky. And cleared out of the zone with a minute left to go on the power play. Lohrei Dropped it for Van Riemsdyk, who moves in. Through center, Marchand across. A bouncing puck, it's cleared as it was intercepted a little bit there by Luostarinen. McAvoy with 40 seconds to go. McAvoy, the drop for Geekie, who moves it up for Van Riemsdyk, who will send it in deep. The second power play unit on there. Geekie behind the net. Pasternak rims it around. Zacha to McAvoy. The blast that was blocked out in front. Luostarinen can't clear it. Geekie will rim it around for Pasternak in the corner. Comes free for the Panthers, and Ekblad clears it with less than 20 to go in the power play. Swayman left it on the platter for McAvoy. Geekie will drop it for McAvoy. McAvoy through center. Across for Brazeau in front. Couldn't get the pass because Gustav Forsling intercepted it a little bit there, and the power play is now over for the Boston Bruins. Lundell. Tkachuk couldn't get the pass from Lundell near the boards. And Van Riemsdyk looking to clear it, and he does. Will that be an icing? Yes, it will, with 7:01 to go. 2-1 Florida. They have the lead here in Game 2. They're looking to tie the series up at 1, going to Boston at TD Garden for Game 3. Great opportunities here for the Bruins here on this power play. Coyle being robbed of his second goal of the game and a second goal of the playoffs for him. 7:01 to go. It's a 2-1 lead for the Panthers. And McAvoy is bleeding right now. Oh my. That does not look good. He's bleeding around his eye area, and he's going down the tunnel. So that's a big loss for the Bruins. They're looking to get him stitched up, but for the moment, McAvoy is out of the game. That's a lot of blood there. I don't know what happened. Off the face-off, 1. Tkachuk couldn't get the puck off the face-off. Van Riemsdyk will dump it in from center. Less than 6 to go. Or less than 7 to go. Montour sent it in from center. Rimmed it around in the Boston zone. Verhaeghe near the half boards. Behind the net. Tkachuk looking to center it. Verhaeghe shoots it. It was blocked up in the air. Behind the net. Tkachuk getting hooked in a penalty. 6:35 to go. A power play for the Panthers. And a third opportunity to try to get a power play goal in this series as Carlo is a baby daddy. Not the best of words. He has a baby. And he's a dad. And he's going to the box. That was not the best choice of words. So the third opportunity. And the Florida Panthers will go on the power play. Third power play chance. 6:35 to go. Montour, Tkachuk, Verhaeghe, Barkov, and Reinhart on the ice with 6:35 to go. 2-minute power play for the Panthers, and they'll have to reset it. Coyle and Barkov in the face-off dots combined for an 0-for-9 power play this series. Off the face-off, won by Barkov. Verhaeghe to Montour at the point, gives it to Reinhart. Tkachuk in the right circle, holds up, gives it to Barkov. Out in front for Reinhart. He's robbed by Swayman and is cleared. 0-for-2 on the night of the Panthers. They're 0-for-16 in the season versus the Bruins. Barkov trying to start the breakout here. Reinhart will send it in. Rimmed around behind the net. Barkov. Reinhart trying to get it. 1:30 left to go in the power play. Reinhart behind the net. We'll send it back for Tkachuk in the right circle. Near the boards. Tkachuk in the corner. Behind the net, Barkov will rim it around. Montour. Tkachuk back to Montour. At the point, holding up. Gives it to Barkov. Barkov to Tkachuk. Back to Barkov. In front for Tkachuk. A bouncing puck just went wide of the net. 1:05 left to go. Reinhart. Verhaeghe in the left circle. Tkachuk behind the net. Fed it out in front. Verhaeghe shoots just wide of the net. Might have been deflected off a stick. Verhaeghe to Montour. Barkov again. Back to Montour. Montour holds it up. Sends it across for Verhaeghe. Reinhart to Verhaeghe. The blast. It was saved by Swayman with 5:18 to go. With 43 seconds left to go on the power play for the Panthers. They've gotten good opportunities, but Swayman has denied all of them. Or nice defensive plays by the Bruins. They have just been set up since that face-off to start the power play in the offensive zone. Swayman has been incredible tonight. He's only let in 2. That's a series high. Ekman Larson, the shot just went wide of the net. Tarasenko trying to send it deep, and it's cleared. Bobrovsky, and now Ekman Larson. 25 seconds to go, less than 5 to go in the period. Rodriguez moves it in, holds up, shot blocked by Weatherspoon out in front, and is cleared. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Can the Panthers go 0 for 3 on the night again? They'd be 0 for 6 in the series if they don't score. Lundell rimmed it around Forsling. Behind the net, Lusterine into the loose puck. Power play is over. They're 0 for 3 on the night. 5-on-5 we play again in the corner still. Lusterinen pressuring Frederick. Weatherspoon clears it out. Carlo out of the box will send it in deep from the center line. Ekblad will try to move it up. And through center, it's backhanded into the zone by Nick Cousins. Behind the net. Oh, they say there's a whistle here. What happened? What happened here? I believe it might have been offside, so that's why they whistled it down with 4:12 to go. Canucks and Oilers after this on ESPN. Game 1 of that series. This is game 2 of this series. 2-1, the Panthers lead after 36 minutes of play. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Sunrise, Florida. A 2-1 Florida lead. And the Panthers looking to hold on here going into the third. As a too many men. They're going to call Boston for a too many men, and it's going to be another power play for Florida. I thought they had whistled it for an offside. They are going to call a too many men. So a bench penalty there. The 4th chance for the Panthers on this power play. They're trying to cash in on their 4th opportunity on the power play. They need to at this point. They are trying to make it a 2-goal lead. There has not been a 2-goal lead for the Panthers in this series. They're 0 for 3 with 4 shots off the faceoff. 1, Montour. Reinhart to Kachuk. Kachuk down low for Barkov. Barkov in the corner. Still loose. Carlo trying to get it. And it's taken away by McAvoy. He's back on the ice. Montour couldn't hold it in. A reset by the Panthers. Verhaeghe backhands it to the Kachuk, who will send it deep into the corner. Carlo getting pressured, sent it out in front in the slot. Got through everyone. Montour across near the boards. Barkov. The perimeter Kachuk back to Barkov. Barkov to Montour at the blue line. Back to Barkov again. The shot deflected just wide. Verhaeghe rims it around behind the net. Sent it all the way down to the point. Barkov hold it in. Reinhart across. Montour. The shot was stopped by Swayman with 3:20 to go. An 81-mile-per-hour blast with 1:08 to go on the power play. 3:20 to go. 1:08 left to go on the power play. Verhaeghe 3 shots in the game. Montour back to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe with 1 minute left to go on the power play. Shot was blocked out in front by Barkov. Barkov near the boards. Back to Montour, who holds up. Back to Barkov in the right circle. Back to Montour, who holds up again. Fake the blast. Montour across. Verhaeghe to Reinhart. Across for Barkov. Barkov to Montour. Montour holds up. Gives it to Barkov. Back to Montour again. Across for Barkov. Was deflected. Tkachuk. Now to Barkov. Barkov to Montour. To Tkachuk in the right circle. Shot. Save. Rebound Reinhart. It's in the crease and it's cleared. It went off a Boston skate. And it was right there laying on the doorstep for a goal. And they could not puck it home. Ekman Larson moves it up with 15 seconds to go. Lundell trying to drop pass it. He did to Tarasenko. He hold it in. Ekblad trying to send it across. It was bouncing puck, and they're going to be 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. Rodriguez with 1 second to go on the power play. The shot saved by Swayman with 2:10 to go. Second period action with 2:10 to go. The Boston Bruins trailing by a goal. They lead the series 1-0. The Florida Panthers looking for a response and to end this Game 2 with a victory here on home ice. Swayman's been really good, and I don't know what's up with Swayman. He's such in a good mood, and he's just laughing it off. I believe Van Riemsdyk. McAvoy off the face-off, won it, cleared out the zone. McAvoy, and it's taken away. McAvoy gets it back again. McAvoy through center, gives it across for Van Riemsdyk. The shot through around the area of the zone. Rimmed around behind the net. Centering pass, fanned on, I believe it was Pasternak out in front. 1:43 left to go. I believe that was Frederick, maybe. Lohrei behind the net. Try to start the breakout. Sent deep. Boquist trying to get it. Pressured off the boards. Okposo lost it. Here comes Okposo again. Kyle Okposo will send it in. 1:15 left to go. He was the captain of the Buffalo Sabres before he got traded here to Florida. 1:10 to go. The stretch pass for Maroon. He holds up. Maroon in the left circle. To the corner, Brazeau. He got his first playoff goal in his career in Game 1. It's cleared out of the zone. And it is taken away by Okposo, who will send it in less than 55 to go in the second. Nice check there. Off the boards awkwardly. Bouncing puck. Barkov tried to move it up. Went on goal, saved by Swayman. Flinged it to the corner. Cleared out of the zone by Boston. Forsling sends it back in. Tarasenko trying to move it in. Behind the net in the corner. Tarasenko on his backhand. Now to his forehand. To Reinhart out in front. The backdoor feed was right there. But Barkov was tied up out in front. And Forbert looking to clear it, and he does with 22 seconds to go. The reset here. Barkov moves it in onside with 18 seconds to go. Barkov behind the net. Barkov to the front of the net. Save. Rebound is still loose. They're trying to jam it. It is still loose, and Jeremy Swayman somehow covers it with 11.1 to go. Somehow, some way, that wasn't 3-1 Panthers. And Jeremy Swayman, of course, just laughs it off. That has been the trend here for Jeremy Swayman. He is cool and calm with all these stops. Wow. That's like 3 saves in a row. He is the, if not the best goaltender in the playoffs we've seen in a while. Of this second round, he has proved himself. Even in the first round of 2 against Toronto, he has been good. 11.1 left to go. Off the faceoff, won by the Bruins. They clear it to the line, not out. 6 seconds. Montour, the shot just went wide. Rebound, 3 seconds. Back to the point. The shot scores! A buzzer beater! With 0.3 seconds to go. Forsling has made it 3-1 Panthers. 1.3 left on the clock, and the Panthers have made it 3-1. Unbelievable. A blast by Forsling, and we have a 3-1 lead going into the third. Unbelievable. A buzzer beater with 0.3 to go. A 1.3 they add, and it's over. The second period's over. Gustav Forsling is first of the playoffs. His fourth career playoff goal, a little bit of tension at center, but a 3-1 lead for the Florida Panthers. That's Gustav Forsling's first. It's been great here for the Panthers. They've scored 3 in this period, as a goal with 0.3 seconds to go has made it a 3-1 game. Unbelievable. We'll talk about it more when we go to the second intermission report. We'll be back with more after this. We're back for the second intermission report. It's a 3-1 lead for the Florida Panthers, and we have a lot to talk about in that second period. That was a entertaining one, and a buzzer beater. No, jeez, my voice just went out for a second. A buzzer beater by the Florida Panthers, but what started this comeback kind of for the Panthers, they were down 1-0. Let's look at the stats here. Shots were 6, another 6 for Boston, but 14 for the Panthers. They doubled in shots between periods. They lead the shots 21-12. Faceoffs favoring Boston. Combined 0 for 6, Florida and Boston on the power play. 59-44 the hits. We have over 100 hits in this game, 103 I believe. And this is just wild. 18-12, the block shots favoring Boston. Giveaways 11-7, favoring Florida. And the takeaways are even at 3. We had more penalties. These are the other 3 penalties that were called. Dooney Man on Boston. Brandon Carlo hooking against Matthew Tkachuk. And Mikkola holding against Charlie Coyle. A 3-1 lead for the Panthers, looking to hold on and tie this series. Steven Lawrence tied this game up at 1, a minute and 56 into the second. And Barkov, halfway through the period, made it a 2-1 lead on his third of the postseason. And then Gustav Forsling, with 1.3 seconds to go, they reset it to 1.3, but at one moment it looked like 0.3 seconds to go. And Gustav Forsling's first has made a 3-1 lead and a buzzer beater for the Panthers to take a 3-1 lead to the locker room, looking to close it out here in game number 2. Trying to tie the series going back to Boston. Our other games we'll be doing for these playoffs is going to be the Dallas-Colorado series. I'm a Dallas fan, and I'm disappointed by this result. Colorado is a great offensive team. You probably kind of expected that. They were rested as well. You probably could have expected that. Stars are 4-4 in the playoffs. Avs are 5-1. They are dominating. They've had 5 straight wins in a row ever since their first game was lost against the Winnipeg Jets. Game 2 of this series, Stars had the first 3 goals and the Avs had the last 4 in game 1. Jake Ottinger looking to hold the fort down and Georgiev looking to do the same, but Stars hoping that Georgiev goes to Forgiev. It's going to be a good series. It's a rematch of the 2020 second round series. And Yoel Kiviranta won that series in overtime with a hat trick, and he was scratched in game 1. It comes a question if he's not going to get scratched in game 2. We'll see. Game 2 tomorrow night. We'll be giving you coverage at 8:30 Central. But right now it is a 3-1 lead for the Panthers after 40 minutes of play here in Sunrise, Florida, looking to tie the series up at 1, sending it back to TD Garden in Boston. The last win at TD Garden for Boston was that Game 7 overtime winner and series winner by David Pastrnak against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, who else do you expect? Yeah. A 3-1 lead. We'll be back with more, probably with a third after this. We're back, and Boston has basically been perfect on all of the penalty kills they've had. They are 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. And the Florida Panthers, they're 2 for 2 on the penalty kill because there has not been a power play goal in this series at all, which is shocking between these high offensive physical teams. But no, there has not been anything to talk about in power play goals. Actually, welcome in everyone. Whoever's joining for the third. It's a 3-1 lead for Boston, or for Florida. My apologies. Florida has a 3-1 lead. They're looking to hold on and tie the series. Can Boston pull a comeback, or Florida hold on? Will that buzzer beater be the game winner? We'll see going into the third. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back for the third period here in Sunrise, Florida. Boston leads this best-of-7 series 1-0, but they're down 3-1 here in Sunrise to the Florida Panthers, a buzzer beater. was sent in for a goal at the buzzer by Gustav Forsling. That's made it a 3-1 lead here for the Panthers. The first 2-goal lead of the series for the Panthers here. They're looking to hold on here. And it's a 3-1 lead still for the Florida Panthers entering the third, as it's been a dominant second frame for them. They're looking to continue that in the third. Barkov on the rebound took the lead for the Panthers, and that's how they're leading right now, with some reinsurance by Gustav Forsling. As it comes out in front of the net, as the game has started once back again. Flipped out of the zone. Second period goals favoring Florida, 15-6. The shots are favoring Florida as well. Turnover in the slot. Shot saved. Swayman had a good save there on one of the Florida players. Forsling holds it in. Verhaeghe, the shot just deflected wide. Kachuk in the corner. Fought for Zaka, taken away by McAvoy. Not kept in, and it's cleared out of the zone. Shots are 23-12, favoring the Florida Panthers. When leading after 2, they're at 2-0. Can Boston pull the improbable here? They're already down a minute in the hourglass here in the third. Turned over. Tarasenko has a chance. A shot just went wide of the net. Might have been blocked in the process. Mikkola off the boards, taken away by Lindholm. He'll move it up, but no one was there in white, so it was Reinhart who steals it away. Off the boards again. That's going to be no icing. They wave it off emphatically, and Swayman was looking to stop that puck. Turnover here. Reinhart off the post. Then out in front. Backdoor. Scores! 4-1. Wow. And Florida has put this game into distance. It's just a 4-1 lead, a minute and 28 seconds in. What a setup. They waved off the icing and a misplay by Swayman, and off a turnover, a giveaway. Then Reinhart had hit the crossbar. Then the centering pass and the backdoor feed. Tic-tac-toe. 3-1, or 4-1. Luostarinen with the goal to make it a 4-1 game. Boston fans not liking that. That one kid in the crowd doesn't like it, and Swayman is getting switched here in the third. Swayman is out of the game, and Olmark is going in instead. A 3-6 record of 3.49 goals against average and a .890 save percentage. Swayman had not let in two or more, and now he has done that. He has let in 4. First goal for Luostarinen in the playoffs, and it's a 4-1 lead. His first of the playoffs. As Olmark is heading down, as the fans are loving it here. Olmark is in the goal net now. The Rats, the 1996 tradition. Off the face-off, it is one at center. So a 4-1 lead on 24 shots on goal for the Panthers. Frederick in the corner. Tangled up. Shot just wide and high. Brazeau with a chance to make it a 4-2 game. A close chance there to make it a 2-goal game again. But a big deflection, I believe. He might have just shot that wide cleanly. But a good chance there out in front of the net. So a 4-1 lead. Luostarinen with the goal. And they have a 4-1 lead. And if Florida just holds on, they are going to hold on and win this one. And tie the series up at 1. As Jim Montgomery is not liking it. 3-goal lead for the Panthers, their first of this series. It's a bunch of firsts. Kulikov clears it out of the zone. Off the defensive zone face-off. Sent back in by the Bruins. Rimmed around. Pressured in the corner was Ekman Larson by Brazeau, but moved nicely by Cousins, but turned it over to McAvoy. Let it go was Van Riemsdyk behind the net. Centering pass got through everyone, and it's cleared all the way down to Olmark. Lohrei between the circles in his own defensive zone. That pass couldn't connect, intercepted at center. Sent back in by Stenlund. Off the boards awkwardly. Olmark scooped it away. Not kept in, moved up. Maroon moves it in. Pat Maroon in the corner. Taken away by Stenlund. They're trying to move it up. Montour got it poked away off the puck. And Luostarinen reversed it back for Forsling. Luostarinen has the latest goal for the Panthers. Forsling looking to start the breakout. Forsling, the stretch pass, deflected off of Boston's stick. Allmark out to play it. Rimmed around, and Marchand will try to move it up. And he will. And it's sent deep into the Florida zone. Sergei Bobrovsky out to play it almost. And then Forsling played it out of the zone. 2-on-1. Verhaeghe and Lundell. Shot! Saved by Olmark. A big challenge there for one of his first stops of the game and of the playoffs in the second round. DeBrusk moves it in the right circle on his backhand. Got knocked down in the process. DeBrusk in the corner. Coyle tried to fish it free. He has the only goal for the Boston Bruins. And off of the glove is Reinhart, who moves it in. Reinhart rims it around. Barkov trying to get to that puck. Instead it's Tarasenko who leaves it for Barkov. Back to the point. Shot around. Marchand pressured with Tarasenko. Behind the net, Reinhart. And it is taken away. So Marchand's getting a little bit hooked there. And Lindholm will move it up for the Boston Bruins as they clear. 25-12, the shots favoring the Florida Panthers, and they have a 4-1 lead here in Game 2. Cleared out the zone. Lohrei has the puck. Lohrei to McAvoy in the circles, and they move it up. Turned it over at center. 0 shots in the last 10 minutes for the Boston Bruins, including the second. Kept in momentarily on the forecheck. Then Rodriguez got taken down. No penalty. Luostarinen in the corner. Rodriguez fishes it free. Still getting pressured. Got sandwiched there momentarily by Lohrei and Zacha. Battled for in the corner in the offensive zone. Rimmed around, and Boston looking to clear it, and they cannot on their first try, but they will on their second. Stenlund gives it for Akaposo. And Stenlund again, or Forsling with the puck. Forsling, and it's sent deep to the corner. Wotherspoon getting pressured behind the net. Cousins trying to fish it free, trying to send it out in front for a centering pass. Cousins behind the net, centered out in front. Okposo waiting, still looking for an option. Held in, rimmed around, all the way around, and Boston looking to clear it. They cannot. Cousins holds it in on the first try and the second. Trying to get it out was Van Riemsdyk. Frederick gives it for Wotherspoon, and now the nice exit here by Boston. Sent across ice. Frederick moves it in across. Shot off the outside of the net. Almost 6 minutes have passed here in the third. 4-1 Florida. The shot just went wide of the net. Cousins looking to clear it. He reversed it instead to Forsling behind the net in the Florida zone. 25-12. Forsling getting forechecked there by Maroon on the back check. And Verhaeghe trying to move it up. Through center, lost it to Lindholm. Lindholm, cross ice. Went off the stick of the tip of Beecher. And then Beecher gets leveled by Ekman Larson in the corner. My goodness. And then Tkachuk trying to throw a reversal on Beecher. It's getting physical here in the corner. Maroon got a little bit clipped up high, and Tkachuk clears it out of the zone. Turnover. Barkov moves it up. Could be an odd man. Barkov across, and Verhaeghe couldn't get the pass, and he fell down in the corner. He lost an edge. Boquist moves it up for Maroon. Maroon pressured. And now Mikkola takes it away. 7 minutes have passed here, almost turned over to Marchand, and it's cleared by Florida. And it's taken away by Marchand, who will move it up for the Brusque off the tip of his steak. Steak, yeah. Apparently there's steaks now. Sticks. Montour looking to clear it. He cannot. It's sent all the way down. No icing. Not enough for it. I don't think we've had a whistle since the goal from Lusterinen. Turned over at center. Could be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Now it's a 3-on-3. Shot! Just wide of the net. Olmark's in net, and he's made some big stops on the 2-on-1 that happened earlier in the third. When Swayman just got pulled behind the net. Forsling. Lusterinen and Stenlund. Someone's stick just fell out of their hands. Might have gotten slashed. Witherspoon moves it out. Offside. But they continued to play. It looked like they whistled it, and they let a second roll off the clock. 12:02 to go. Third period. Stanley Cup playoffs. Lawrence tied the game up at 1. And Barkov made it 2-1. And then Forsling, with less than a second to go, made it a 3-1 game. And then it is 4-1 on a goal by Lusterinen. We'll be back with more after this.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We are back in Sunrise, Florida with 12:02 to go. And the Panthers have a 4-1 lead over the Boston Bruins. They have the series lead, Boston, but it's looking like it's going to be a tie series. Zach Hyman with 7 goals in the postseason, second in the NHL. Coming up next on ESPN against the Canucks. Quinn Hughes trying to win game 1 for the Vancouver Canucks. A 2-0 series lead for the Rangers against Carolina. 1-0 series lead over Colorado. Should have been Dallas. Vancouver, Edmonton. About to start game 1 after this one. And Boston and Florida. Boston has a series lead right now, but it's looking like this series is going to go get a tie here, and it will go to 5. Game 3 on Friday. .12:02 to go in the third. Just a little bit of delay here. It's the face-off outside the Boston zone at the blue line. Geeky won it for the Bruins. McAvoy looking to move it up. McAvoy, the stretch pass for Zacha that couldn't connect. Ekblad in the corner, got taken down behind the net. Kachuk trying to move it up, got pressured by Geeky, but turned it over to Zacha in the corner. Ekblad trying to fish it free, comes free for Verhaeghe, who clears it out of the zone. 11:37 to go. Barkov will send it deep, or Lundell, my apologies. McAvoy, and now for Lohrei, who will look to clear it, and he does. Will it be enough for icing? No, it won't. 11:25 left to go in the third. Verhaeghe, the drop pass. Gustav Forsling moves it up, sends it across, sent it in from center was Mikkola. Rimmed it around. Lohrei, pressured. Gives it to Frederick, and he clears it. Boston, McAvoy will send it in deep, but taken away by Montour. He banks it off the back glass and taken away by Stenlund, who moves it up for Montour, who will send it in from center. He had that much shots in the third. A nice hit there. Stenlund couldn't get the puck, and now Lusterini lost it as well. Van Riemsdyk pass was intercepted by Lusterinen. Stenlund pressured, sent it in from center. 10:30 to go in the third period. There's a bunch of pushing and shoving. Rodriguez is getting a bunch of it. The clock is running still to 10:26, but I believe they might have whistled that. And it's still running, actually. There was never a whistle. They just separated it during play. They're like, we want to go home, man. The referees and the officials tonight are Garrett Rank and John Hebert. That's going to be an icing on Florida with 10:05 to go. Or what are they pointing at? The Florida fans are loving it. Boston fans are hating in the building. Linesmen as well are Scott Cherry and Ryan Gibbons. 10:05 to go. Evan Rodriguez on the bench. He's done good in this game. Off the face-off, won by the Panthers. 10 minutes to go in the third period. Off the boards. It's sent in, no icing. Olmark, 0 shots for the Bruins in the last 15 minutes of play. Maroon trying to get to the puck, and McLarson takes it away by Lawrence, who lost his footing there in the corner. Takes it away now for Ekblad. Or for Kulikov, my apologies, who'll send it in from center. Saved by Olmark. He'll cover with 9:35 to go in the third. Well, they were going to go to break again. A 4-1 lead for Florida. They're looking to tie the series up at 1. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
Back in Sunrise with 9:35 to go. In the third period, a 4-1 lead. Shelovs is starting for Vancouver. I believe so. Cousins and Maroon were tangled up for a second. Maroon was having none of that. 9:35 left to go in the third period. And is Maroon going to get a penalty here? I believe they did get a penalty on Maroon. Or no, yep, there's going to be a Florida power play now due to that. Gonna reset the face-off, though, at 9:35 left to go. Off the face-off, won by the Panthers. Their 5th power play opportunity. Coyle moves it up for Marchand. Played via high stick. If Florida touches it again, it will be whistled. But it was not, because Marchand touched it next. Verhaeghe. Kachuk in his own zone. Moves it up for Reinhart. He trying to darts through. Kachuk moves it in through the slot. Bouncing puck. Barkov held it in. Barkov across. Back to Barkov. He shoots. Scores! It is a domination here by the Florida Panthers, and it's 5-1. Alexander Barkov was second. Wow. Unbelievable. And then this is the same score Boston won in game number 1. And Barkov gets his second of the night off a turnover and a power play goal for the first time in the series, as it beats Olmark, his first goal he's let in this series. 9:06 to go in the third period. It is a 5-1 game. Or 9:08 to go. They're loving it here in Florida, Sunrise. And the Florida Panthers 9:08 away from tying this best-of-7 series at 1 game apiece. Off the faceoff, won by Kulikov. Ekman Larson moves it up. First power play goal against the Bruins. They're 1 for 19. That is a terrible stat for the Panthers. But they finally get one over the Bruins. And with exactly 9 minutes to go, is an icing on the Panthers. And the rally towel is a bunch here in Florida. Nine minutes to go. Third period. Second goal tonight for Alexander Barkov. His second career multi-goal playoff game. And he has the Panthers up by 4. Same score how Boston won in game 1. Shot by Wotherspoon and a save by Bobrovsky. And a little bit of pushing and shoving. Could be a fight here if we see one. And they're going at it from behind Forbert. And everyone's just going at it. They're all going together. Frederick lost his helmet. Oh my, they're all going down. Wotherspoon went down. Stanley has him down. Kulikov trying to send Brazeau down. And he does! Takes him down. Behind the net, Forbert is taking one of the Panthers down. I do not know who it is, but he is down. Forbert still has him down. Ekman Larson and Kulikov still has Brazeau down behind the net with 8:57 to go. There's going to be some penalties here. There has to be. They had Rodriguez down. And the crowd loving it. Matthew Tkachuk watching from a distance. And with 8:57 left to go, I believe we're going to get some penalties here. Okay, just off the save. I believe they just took an extra whack at it. No, they didn't even do anything. Van Riemsdyk just got closer, and then Ekman Larson started going at it. Then everyone just decided, let's just cause some chaos in the last 9 minutes. It's already pointless anyways. They took a little bit of a dance. Brazeau and Kulikov. I've never seen that before. They took a little dance and then Kulikov took him down. Pulled a WWE move right there. Started dancing. 8:57 to go in the third. A 5-1 lead for Florida. And I don't know if we're going to get any penalties out of this. We'll see. There is going to be some penalties coming out of this. Referees have had enough of this. Garrett Rank making the call. So 10-minute misconducts given here. And that sends Brazeau out of the box. Is Ekman Larson going to get injected too? Barkov's still talking about it with the referees. So 10-minute misconducts. Explanation from Garrett Rank to Paul Maurice. And Matthew Tkachuk is laughing it off. He is smiling. He likes this. A 5-1 lead for the Florida Panthers. 72-65 the hits favoring the Florida Panthers. At this point, if they get 28 more, they're going to get to 100 hits in a single game. That is going to take a toll on the body. We'll see how that goes about in Game 3 in Boston. But our next coverage will be tomorrow night. Dallas and the Colorado Avalanche. I believe it's going to be a 4-on-4. And the Boston bench is empty in here. And some misconducts are handed. Panthers faithful going to beat the traffic here. It's a 5-1 lead. If true fans are staying to watch this. 5-1 lead for the Florida Panthers with 8:57 to go. Pastrnak and Marchand out there. They switched some lines here. Pasternak's now with Marchand and DeBrusk, not with Coyle. I believe Coyle might have just been ejected to the game, out of the game, actually. It's McAvoy and there's a delay still. There's a Boston power play. And Paul Maurice is like, what? How is that a power play? And Jim Montgomery is just yawning and just, ay. Terrible. And Lustarinen's going down the tunnel. I believe he got a 10-minute misconduct as well. So Boston on the power play. They are down 4 goals. Marchand will send it in. Ekblad in the corner. Pastrnak fighting for it along the wall. Comes free. McAvoy across. DeBrusk shoots. And it was trying to get the pass to Marchand. Marchand looking for DeBrusk. He gets him. Lundell pressured. Took him down. And it's taken away by Stenlund. 74 penalty minutes in the last a minute in 28. That should have been another penalty. That should have been 76. As they've knocked out a lot of players out of this game, and the benches are emptying here in game number 2. Barkov moves it up. A minute and 13 left to go on the power play. Short-handed. The Panthers 3-on-2 crossing the line. Barkov for the hat trick. Out in front, they score! Montour, a short-handed goal. And a little bit of a fight after. What is going on at 6-1? They're going at it. Oh, my. They are going at it. They are fighting right now as of the moment. Marchand did not like that at all, and they're going at it. Everyone's down. There's going to be more penalties out of this, I bet you, but it's now a 6-1 game. What is going on here in Florida? Mikkola, I believe, took Marchand down with 8:02 to go, and the Panthers are up 6-1 on a shorthanded goal. McAvoy got taken down. Oh, wow. And Marchand and Montour not liking this. The referee just took off Montour's helmet. Let's see this. Oh, Marchand that should have been a penalty. For sure, I can understand that. I could honestly see that should have been a penalty. No wonder why there was so much open room right there. Montour put it home for a 6-1 lead on the shorthanded goal, and Marchand did not like that at all. Montour and Marchand went at it. Everyone started fighting. Everyone took everyone down after the goal. It's 6-1 Florida. And Montour was just mocking him. He was celebrating right in his face, and Marchand got the better of his emotions there. So it's a 6-1 game. Florida leading by 5. We're going to get some penalties here. I don't know what the calls will be. We'll see. Let's check up on right here. They're conversing about it. 1:05 left to go on the power play for Boston. I highly doubt that's going to stay in place. The Rats are on the ice. 1996 all over again. And the referee's in the crowd as well. They're telling the fans to not throw things on the ice, but they are throwing the rats on the ice. They're loving it here in Florida. Rowley towels a bunch, and they're still talking about this. Garrett Rank and John Hebert are talking about what these calls are going to be. 8:02 to go. They're trying to make sure they get the calls right here. There's a helmet on the ice from, I believe, one of the Boston Bruin players, I believe. 8:02 to go. There is still a lot of time in this third, and we have a 6-1 lead. Goals allowed by Boston. The first round, 12. Now it's half. Ten-minute misconduct. Wow. So 10-minute misconduct here. And 8:02 to go. And a Boston power play, I believe, is going to still stick here. 6-1 Florida, they lead. And a power play, I believe, still for the Bruins. Tkachuk is talking from the other bench. I believe with Pasternak. Boston has allowed half the goals that they had allowed in the first round of Toronto. They allowed 12 goals in the Toronto series. They have allowed 6 here. They have overall in the series 7. The defense of the Bruins has made a total collapse here. A minute and 5 left to go on the power play. A shorthanded goal. Alexander Barkov looking for the hat trick. It's a 6-1 lead. He almost got the hat trick there, but he gave it to Montour. Lohrei with 50 seconds to go on the power play. Geeky. 114 penalty minutes in the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Most of them have been 10-minute misconducts. Lohrei kept it into the blue line. Lohrei at 7:30 left to go. Van Riemsdyk across. Held in by Lindholm. Deflected off his skates. Ekblad trying to clear it, and he does with 25 seconds to go. And there's another fight. There's another one. They're going at it. Tkachuk's going at it, I believe, with Marchand. Or Pasternak, no. Pasternak and Tkachuk. Tkachuk got taken down. And with 21 seconds left to go on the power play for Boston, there's been 2 fights, a shorthanded goal. And this has just gone down the rails. And Tkachuk, I believe, is going to get ejected out of the game. Crowd loving it, though. And Pasternak's going down as well. This just reminds me of the Laredo Bucks. With that one fight, no one remembers. Where I don't know which Bucks player did it. Keith Tkachuk's in the crowd. Who was it? I don't remember who it was, but one of the Bucks players went into the penalty box against, I believe, the Corpus Christi Rays, and they all just started fighting the bench. Neil went at it with everyone on the bench, and then everyone just started going crazy. This just gives me those same vibes. And the Tkachuk and Pasternak were going at it at the center line. Punches are missing. Tkachuk trying to take Pasternak down. He did, and then he got a blow to the head, and Tkachuk just took him down. Jesus. And Pasternak got enough of that, got up, and then tried to take Tkachuk down, and then the rat got thrown on Tkachuk. Unbelievable. This game is just going to delay the Vancouver-Edmonton game. And no wonder why everyone was standing. They dropped the gloves at center. So with 7:18 left to go, they dropped the puck again. It's been a fight-a-thon right now in Florida. There's still a power play going on with 8 seconds to go. Boquist just rims it around. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another fight happening. 7 minutes to go. It's cleared out of the zone. The power play is over. Reinhart with 4 assists tonight, 3 shots and 6 hits. And with less than 7 minutes to go, they have a 6-1 lead. They have a shorthanded goal. They have a power play goal. They have multiple 5-on-5 goals. DeBrusk in the corner. Still fought for. Came free. DeBrusk behind the net. Trying to center it. Could not. And it's cleared out by Verhaeghe. Turned over, Lindholm, the shot, just wide. And now Boquist trying to center it, taken away. Barkov looking for the hat trick. Wouldn't that have icing on the cake there? Boston has not had a shot in a while. And I believe they just got one right now. Turnover here in the slot. Shot saved by Bobrovsky. Taken away. Here comes Barkov for the hat trick. Barkov across. Verhaeghe with a lot of room and a save by Omark. A big save with 6 minutes to go. It's a big save when you're down 6-1. You don't want to let in more goals. It ruins your confidence. So that's a big save for the mentality part of the goaltender. Turned over at center. Here comes Rodriguez, who dropped it for Stanley. He shoots, gloves, saved by Omark. With 5:38 to go, and Lundell got knocked down. I believe there's another fight going on. Oh my goodness. This has been a fight-a-thon, hit-a-thon, goal-a-thon for the Panthers and the Bruins. We'll be back. Game 2. 5:38 to go and a 6-1 lead for the Panthers. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
Florida is up 6-1 over the Boston Bruins, and if you've missed the past, 15 minutes of this game, there's been a bunch of fights. It's a fight-a-thon, it's a hit-a-thon. There's a lot of tension, and it's going to be going back to Boston tied for sure. There's no way Boston scores 5 minutes and 38 seconds. There's no way. They might get one back maybe if you're nice about it, but no. Nothing's going to happen here for Boston. And there goes my star. And Weatherspoon took a whack at Lundell. That's before we went to commercial, and that's going to be a penalty. So there's going to be a power play for Florida. Barkov a chance to get the hat trick. Will they put him out there? 79 penalty minutes for Boston and 57 for the Panthers. This is ridiculous. This game has gone out of hand for the referees and officials. Off the face-off, one. Montour across. Ekman Larson to Montour. Montour to Rodriguez. A shot, save. Ekman Larson to Barkov. Barkov out there trying to get the hat trick. Rodriguez to Montour. 1:45 to go in the power play. Rodriguez to Barkov. They're just trying to get him the hat trick. Verhaeghe, Rodriguez back to the point for Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson sent it across for Verhaeghe. Ekman Larson again holds it in. Rimmed it around behind the net for Barkov, who was trying to get it, but it's cleared out of the zone by Beecher with less than 5 minutes to go in the third period, and a power play still for the Panthers. Ekman Larson, and it's turned over at center. Right now, Texas Stars have made it a 5-3 game. They're down 3 goals, 8 seconds into the third. Oscar Beck has made it a 5-3 game, trying to eliminate the Milwaukee Admirals. And Akaposo with 58 seconds to go in the power play. Lorai looking to clear it. It is cleared. Bobrovsky at the plate is sitting on the platter. A incredible game by the Florida Panthers. They've taken control since that goal by Barkov. Wouldn't that be fitting that Barkov gets the last goal of this game to get the hat trick? It's turned over. Boston trying to go shorthanded. Coyle moves it up, a breakaway, shorthanded. Backhand, saved by Bobrovsky. It's in his pads, and it was still loose with 4 minutes to go and with 22 seconds to go in the power play. Ekblad will send it back. Crowd loving it. Go, Panthers, go. Ekblad sends it in from center. Less than 10 to go in the power play. Rodriguez to Stenlund. Back to the point for Ekman Larson. Shot. Save by Olmark with 3:38 to go. Full strength again. Edmonton, Vancouver coming up next on ESPN. See if Edmonton can take game one, or can the Canucks take a 1-0 series lead over the 2022 Western Conference final team that made it in 2022. It got swept by the Colorado Avalanche. Off the faceoff, won by Boston. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving. There's just a tension. There will be tension going back to Boston. It's an icing here with 3:32 to go, but there will be tension going back to Boston. 70-35 the shot attempts favoring the Panthers. Swayman's on the bench. Unbelievable. Most allowed in a single game. He allowed 10 goals in his first 7. He's allowed 4 here tonight. And he's on the bench, and Olmark's let in 2 more. A shorthanded one and a power play goal, which Olmark had never let in this series. Ekman Larson rims it around. Back to the point. Montour rims it around again. 3:20 left to go. Van Riemsdyk can't get the puck. Fighting for it along the wall. Comes free for Stenlund. Rodriguez held it in. 3:07 to go. Third period. Rodriguez stolen away by Van Riemsdyk. Poked. Then taken away by Geek. He will send it in deep. Less than 3 to go. Shots are 32-15 favoring the Panthers. They have a 6-1 lead over the Boston Bruins. Flipped out of the zone with 2:45 to go. Wotherspoon lost the panel of the puck. Barkov trying to get the hat trick. He's on the ice. Might be his last shift. Shot deflected. Oh, a great save there by Olmark. Held in. Barkov. And it's kept in by Tarasenko. They say no. It looked like from the angle it was kept in, but the linesmen probably want this game to end. If they wanted it to end, they should have just let that be onside. But who knows if that was going to be offside or not. And Barkov, will he stay on the ice? Verhaeghe's going to the bench. And so is Tarasenko. Barkov trying to get the hat trick with 2:31 to go. That's like the last storyline we have here, as the Boston Bruins have been slapped to a reality check by Florida, as Boquist and Lawrence were tied up. Some movement outside the faceoffs. Off the faceoff, won by the Bruins with 2:30 to go. Here they come. Coyle lost the handle. He has the only goal in the game. It was 1-0 Boston. Then 6 unanswered. Felt like the story for Florida at one point in this game, and they have responded. Lawrence sends it in, rimmed it around. Lohrei to Wotherspoon, who rims it out of the zone. Shot, Forsling the save. With 2 minutes to go, Olmark makes a big stop for his confidence, I guess. Game 2, Thursday, we'll be doing Colorado-Dallas. Dallas looking to tie that best-of-7 series. As this one, they already have this one labeled as tied series. You know, if they already have it labeled there on ESPN, this should just be a tie series on my end. Off the face-off, 1. A minute and 54 left to go. Series is most likely tied. There's no way a 5-goal comeback can happen for Boston. 76 hits by the Panthers, most by any team this postseason. Unbelievable. Tarasenko sends it in deep. Carlo trying to get the puck. Back to the point. Held in. And they said no. And then Tarasenko got knocked down in front of the net. Montour for goal. Was a shorthanded goal. And they've just done great tonight. 2 goals from the defensemen. Montgomery is going to get a long press conference on why The energy from game 1 could not be transferred here in game 2, and he's not liking it on the bench. 1:29 to go. Shot. Barkov, or Lawrence just shot it wide. Lawrence, and it is cleared out of the zone by Boquist. Shot in. Witherspoon, 1:10 to go. This has been the longest third period I've been in a while, where it was 6-1 and it was still entertaining. 1 minute left to go in the third period. Here in game number 2, Florida has a 6-1 lead over the Boston Bruins. Rimmed around, the rally towels with 50 seconds to go. Coyle rims it around. Clear it to the line and out. Witherspoon to Lori. 40 seconds to go. An overall great game by the Florida Panthers. No icing. They wave it off. 30 seconds to go in the third. Game 2 going to the Panthers. An overall great effort. Barkov does not get the hat trick unless a miracle happens in the final seconds. No icing with 17 seconds to go. 15 to go. They're going to kill off the remaining time here in Florida. 9 seconds to go. 8, 5. The Florida Panthers have won game 2 and have tied this best-of-7 series. And a 6-1 victory for the Florida Panthers. This is going tied. This series is tied, going back to TD Garden. Florida will send it tied going to TD Garden. An incredible victory there by the Florida Panthers. A 6-1 domination. A shorthanded goal, a power play goal. 5v5 goals. You got everything. You got fights. You got everything. Major penalties, misconducts, ejected out of the game. You got everything. A 6-1 victory for the Florida Panthers. And this will conclude our coverage here tonight. As thank you for tuning in into our broadcast. A 6-1 win. Coyle started the scoring to make it 1-0 Boston, and 6 unanswered. Barkov with 2, Lusterinen with 1, Forsling with 1, Brandon Montour with 1, and way many more, and Lawrence with 1 as well. A dominating victory from Max. We'll see you tomorrow in Dallas, Colorado versus the Dallas Stars. Game 2.